Hello, welcome to Tech Guys YouTube channel. Where we teach everything related to technology and host of other things. In this video, I'm going to teach you the best security settings for your routers, Wi-Fi, hotspots, the best recommended security settings to follow for your routers, Wi-Fi and hotspot by security experts. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share my video. Without much ado, let's get started. Welcome back. So before I get started, I want to show you the brief physical overview of the routers and the Wi-Fi in question. The router I'm going to use is MTN model ZLT S50 router. The MTN Wi-Fi I'm going to use is MTN ZTE MF927U Wi-Fi. The LTE Wi-Fi is LTE model ZLT M30 Wi-Fi, as you see on the screen. So then for the MTN, the physical overview of the MTN is that it has the WPS button, MTN router, it has Wi-Fi, it has teleport, it has LAN port, it has 12-volt DC input, it has SIM slots, and it has Windows, it has a reset button. The MTN Wi-Fi has SIM slots, reset button, power on or off, WPS button, and 5-volt DC input. The Airtel Wi-Fi has SIM slot, memory card slots, 5-volt DC input, power on or off button, reset button, and WPS button, as you see on the screen. So let's log into the dashboard of the MTN router and I'll show you the configuration you should set. So the MTN Wi-Fi, this is the dashboard of the MTN Wi-Fi. So let's log in. If you have not, I think the default password should be admin. For me, I have changed my password, so let me log in. That's why I said to change the password. So for you to change the password, you come to this place, click on modify password, put the previous password, maybe the password they are giving to you, and put the new password and confirm the new password you should use. This will help. This will we guide you from somebody having admin access to this dashboard. Because if somebody connects to your router, you just go and type 192.168.0.1. He will log in here. You will not see the place to put his password. If you put the admin password, it's going to enter your dashboard and do a host of other things. So that's why I say you should change the password. That's the first thing to do, to change the password. Now, second thing to do is to disable the WPS button. Disable the WPS button. If you want to disable the WPS button, go to this Wi-Fi setting, this particular place, click on this place, come to 2.4G WPS settings, this place. You will see to disable it. I disable my own. You can enable. If you enable this, you are going to put a pin. I think it's now you see it is input 8-digit pin. That's what I'm going to put. Once you put or you generate pin, once you put, hackers can use a tool called MDK3 or 4. This is my Linux MDK3 or 4 to brute force the pin. So to brute force the pin, this is MDK3 MDK3 dash help. See what you're going to see now. This tool is what can be used to brute force the WPS pin. We also have the MDK4, which is the latest version. MDK4 dash help. So you see the functions of MDK4. MDK4 supports proof of concept Wi-Fi protocol implementation vulnerability testing by this person that designed the MDK4. With these two, you're going to use to brute force the pin, and once you brute force the pin, that is it. The person have gained access to your router. Once the person before your pin, he has gotten access to your router. So that's why it's good to disable it. The third settings to follow is disable SSID brokers. How do I disable SSID? Go to Wi-Fi settings. If you want to disable it, come to 2G settings. Look at where is 2G settings. Now I see SSID brokers. I can disable it. So if you disable this, the name will not show as shown below. The name will not see the name as you see it like this. If you disable, what you'll be seeing is hidden. The network will be hidden, and once you click on it, they will tell you input the network name. Before you can even input the password, input the network name. So anybody that doesn't know have this network name cannot log in. So this is what is called disabling SSID. So the person need to input the SSID and then the password. So once you disable it, you already know the SSID. You not put the SSID before you not put the password. So that's the third point. The fourth point is what? Change the device max station. Change the device max station, or number of devices that could connect to your network. How do I do it? Come to this place. Go to the same Wi-Fi settings. Go to what? Advanced settings. You now list the max station, or number of clients or number of people that could connect to your network. So you can, if you have only 2 people or 3 people using the network or the router, you just put 2 or 3 people. Any other third party, any other person that want to connect, it will not connect, even though he knows the pin or even though he knows the password. He will not connect because you have set the maximum, and the maximum is, and once that maximum reach, to not connect. So set the maximum to the ones I'm going to use. Don't set it to the high number. This router, I think it can take up to 32 max station. Can take up to 32 max station. 32. That's the maximum it can take. Cannot take more than that. Look at it. Max station value is not correct. It's in the range of 1 to 32. So that's what it's going to take. So change it to the value that you only connect to. Now, the fourth is set Wi-Fi range. Set Wi-Fi range. You need to set the Wi-Fi range so that a distant hacker cannot hack it. Before the hacker can connect, you need to come close. How do I do it? Let me show you what I mean. Go to advanced settings. Are you seeing power save? If you put it on a long Wi-Fi coverage, a hacker from a distance can hack it using a Evil Twin attack, which I will do a video later. If you want me to do the video on it, you can comment below. So the person can use Evil Twin attack, or you can even design his own attack. So for the person to connect, you need to come close, and coming close is what most hackers don't want, so they will not be caught. So if you put it on short range, I think it's more secured, or medium range. But if you put it on long range, the distance it can cover will be far, and hackers can connect. So that's why that's why I said you should put it on a short range. Now, another point, which is 6th point, is to what? Use blacklist or whitelist. So how do I do it? Go to advanced settings. Are you with me? Once you go to advanced settings, you go to what? Firewall. If you click on port filtering, you will see what is called whitelist and blacklist. What is whitelist? Whitelist is the list of people that you want to connect. It should be listed there. If you want them, that people to connect, only that people to connect. Blacklist is people that you don't want them to connect. Once maybe they hack to your network, you block them. They should not connect again. So whitelist is the people you allowed. Blacklist is the people you block. But hackers can say bypass this. They can say bypass it. So but the people that can bypass is this medium to advanced hackers can still be bypassed, but the learners cannot bypass this whitelist and the blacklist. So that's why I say you should disable it. Another one to consider is and in this whitelist, if you come to this whitelist, come to this firewall, in this port filtering, see blacklist and whitelist. If you come to, I think, URL filtering, this URL filtering, port filtering, to be precise, is maybe the port you want to be allowed. the port you want to be allowed. You put if you click on add now, which port? Maybe port 8080. You put a remark, is it IPv6 or IPv4, is it TCP or UDP? Once you click on at this port you want to be allowed to connect on this thing. Now URL filtering, as the name implies, is the URL. Maybe in the whitelist the URL wants to be allowed, blacklist the URL don't want to be allowed. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. That's what it stands for. So the address or website address you want to be allowed, or the website address you want to be blocked, you put it here. So if you create a network and people are going to YouTube and it's consuming much of the data, you can come here and block it, and block the YouTube so people will not go, or Instagram or Facebook, people are going there to consume it, you can block it. That's what called URL filtering. This is not much of security settings, but I just needed to add it here. So that is for the router, NTN router. Now for the NTN ZTE MF927U MiFi, we are going to change the default username and password. How do I do that? Let's first of all log into the NTN MiFi dashboard. This is the interface for the NTN router. So let me switch to NTN MiFi. Come here. Connect. Okay. Let's refresh. So let's log in. So now we have logged into MTN MiFi. Let's change our default password by going to advanced settings, device settings. This is where you put your current password, your new password, and confirm new passwords. So you need to change that default password. If not, somebody can log in with admin, like I said previously. Now the second one is to disable the WPS. How do I disable the WPS? From Wi-Fi settings, you go to what? WPS. And I showed what WPS is. This pin, this push button configuration. So if you put the pin, or if you enable the WPS, if you're clicking on this to enable the WPS, clicking on it, you will now put the pin you want, 8-digit pin, and click apply. So once you enable this WPS, they can use MDK3 or MDK4, as I previously showed for MTN router, to brute force the pin. If you click here, you will see other informations that you can that concern this WPS. The third aspect of it is to disable SSID broadcast. SSID broadcast by going to what? Wi-Fi settings, basic settings. You see SSID is enabled. Once you disable it, if you come here, you will not see the network name. If you have not logged in before, any new person, once you click, what you'll be seeing is hidden network. Hidden network. So the person needs to put the network SSID or network name and the password. But if the person doesn't know it, he cannot hack it. In as much as that's the way hackers use to bypass this network SSID by capturing some handshake. But I will not go into details for that. If you need videos on that, comment below, and I'll make videos on how hackers use hackers can discover hidden network. Now, the fourth aspect I'm going to discuss is to change device mark session to the numbers you want. Like I said previously, go to basic setting. You see the device mark. This mark session. This device can take up to 32 connected devices. That's what it can take. So I prefer setting it to the number that you know that we must connect. If there's an additional number, you can upgrade. So that once that number fills up, no matter what the person does, he cannot enter, except by bypassing the whitelist or blacklist and changing the MAC address. which if you want me to make videos on that, you can comment below and I'll make videos on how to bypass blacklist and whitelist. The fourth one is to what? Set Wi-Fi range. Set Wi-Fi range. Go to device settings, power save. You see the Wi-Fi range: medium, long range, short range. I prefer short range once the people that connect are close to you. But if it's far, you can do it. But if you do it, we give hackers an edge to hack your net, to hack your router or your Wi-Fi. So I prefer medium or short. Even medium, they say is best for battery life. So that is that's for the Wi-Fi range. The third is to use blacklist or whitelist. You can get that from also device information. Once you come to device information, this you can use whitelist or blacklist. So if I block this, if this network that's already connected to my network, this is the device that's already connected to my network. This device name, host name. So if you see another device that you don't like, you can block it. Once you block it, it will enter here as blacklist with the IP with MAC address and the host name. So if you see another device that you don't like, you can block it. Once you block it, it will enter here as blacklist with the IP with MAC address and the host name. So any device you don't want, you can blacklist them. The next one you should consider is, which is the seventh, is update firmware to patch up some unknown vulnerabilities. Update firmware to patch up any known or unknown vulnerabilities. So where do you get the firmware update? Go to what? Device setting. Yeah. You now come to what? Update management. Once you come to device settings, now come to update management. You now see check. If I click here, it will check auto check new firmware. I don't want to enable it, but you can enable it. Or to check new firmware. If you don't want, you can click on check new firmware. The third and the last MiFi I'm going to talk about is Airtel ZLT M30 MiFi. Airtel ZLT M30 MiFi. So let's change the interface. So let's switch to the Airtel network. So I name it Olas. Disconnect from here. Let's connect. I name the MiFi Olas. Let's refresh the page because it's the same 192.168.0.1. This is default address for all MiFi. Now let me log in. The username is admin and the password is what? Admin. That is the first username. I've logged in. So the first thing is to change the default username and password. How do I change it? Go to modify password. Go to system settings. And the next one is what? Modify password. See this place. So you put the current password, which is admin, the new username you want, the new password you want, and confirm the password. Now the second you're going to consider is to disable the WPS, which I said earlier that we use MDK2 to brute force. So let me show you how to do it. Go to Wi-Fi settings. This is the home. Go to Wi-Fi settings. Yeah. Go to WPS here. So you can disable it or enable it. So mine is enabled by default. I can disable it. So once you click on it, click on apply, you disable it. So the third settings I'm going to talk about is disable SSID brokers. How do I disable SSID brokers? Go to Wi-Fi settings, SSID settings, Wi-Fi settings, SSID settings. Now look at it. For the main SSID is enabled. Once you click on it, you uncheck it, it's disabled. So this is the how to disable SSID broker. This one has both SSID 1, SSID 2, and SSID 3. So this is the main SSID. You can disable it like I said previously. So the fourth one is to change the max session, the maximum number of people you want them to be connected to the Wi-Fi or to the network. How do I do it? Go to the same Wi-Fi settings, go to SSID settings. You now see max session number. As you can see here, this one has the max session of 8. Some has, like MTN I said previously, has 32. MTN Wi-Fi has 32. The MTN router I said previously has 32, but this one has 8 as the maximum. So this is how to you should just set it to the 1, to the number you think that is enough for you. Setting to high number will make other people to connect without you knowing or by hacking it. So the fifth one I'm going to consider is to use whitelist and blacklist. Like I said in other Wi-Fi, using whitelist or blacklist. So go to the same Wi-Fi settings. Go to Mac. Let's come out. Go to Mac filter. Now, I see. Go to Mac filter. See Mac filter. Okay. Now you can. It's disabled, so you can click on whitelist, the ones you allowed, or blacklist, the ones you blocked. If you click on it, you can see other information that concerns to this other information. So any of the things which you don't understand, just click on this question mark to see the meaning of all of them. That is it. So other things we can set on this Wi-Fi is firewall. From the firewall you can set port forwarding, UPnP, URL filtering, DMZ, rate limiting, which I will show you. Other things we can do is go from firewall. From firewall, you can go to port forwarding. You know what is port forwarding? If you want to know what is port forwarding, click on this. You will see the information concerning port forwarding. This port forwarding can enable you to connect to an external computer from your internal computer, or to configure a port forward to enable external computer to access WWR. So other ones is UPnP, which is a universal plug and play. That is meaning if you click on it, I think it's there, universal plug and play. Yeah, so that is UPnP. Other ones is what? URL filtering. There is DMZ, CDMZ, demilitarized zone. This only works for the to allow a specified IP to connect to a computer. Click on it. You see if a terminal device can't run, you can configure DMZ address to enable or disable DMZ on this. So this is what is other things you can configure, which I think is not other important. Other ones is rate limiting. Rate limiting. Where is it? Rate limiting. This rate limiting is when you click on it, it will show you. Click on this. Use rate limiting to limit the download and upload speed. This other things you can see on this LTE Wi-Fi. Like you also have URL filter, which I said previously in the other ones, to filter URL. If you don't want somebody to go to YouTube or other platform that consumes more data, you can filter them and pass a rule that they should not go to that place. So these are the best security settings which I think is recommended to protect your network. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my video. This will help the YouTube algorithm to rank my video. Thanks and have a nice day. Bye.